Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom. Brother NaQAM, watchman for Israel, coming back at you with these precepts and another cold cut, giving, of course, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And the topic of this cold cut is the nature of Yahweh Shai. All right? When I say Yahweh Shai, I'm talking about a so-called black man. I'm talking about a man that's a son of the Most High, the son of the living God. All right? I'm talking about a man who's the savior and a redeemer of the nation of Israel, the King of kings and the Lord of lords. A man of war, like his father's a man of war, who's coming to destroy these wicked nations and judge this earth with righteousness and equity and establish a sense of peace, you understand, and order and law and commandments, not only for the nation of Israel, but for this whole world, so this earth can be governed in righteousness as it should be and as it was in the days of old. And when I say Yahweh Shai, like I said, that's who the world calls Jesus Christ, by ignorance. Why? Because sometimes they just don't know, and some people actually know the name of the Lord, but they refuse to say the name of the Lord. So they'll just call him Jesus Christ, which isn't his real name, which is just a title. And when I say Jesus Christ, the first image that pops in people's mind, you could be a 3-year-old baby. You could be a 45-year-old so-called black man, a middle-aged white woman, a 24-year-old Moabite Chinese woman. You could be any person of any walk of life. If I say the word, if I say, do you know who Jesus Christ is? A lot of these Christians, they'll come up to you and say, do you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? The first image that they have in their mind is a so-called white man, who they call who Caesar Borgia or Cesare Borgia, the second son of Rodrigo Borgia, all right, who was Pope Alexander VI, all right, of Rome. And they painted, you should know this history, they painted the likeness of Yahweh Shai as a so-called white man. And now this effeminate vibration comes with that image. All right, so when you hear about Jesus Christ and how they portray him and the life that they gave unto him, they portray him as being effeminate. They portray him as being very, very soft-spoken. They portray him as he's damn near homosexual, man. He looks like a transsexual. He's walking and crouching, and he doesn't know what's going on. He's confused all the time, running into walls and stuff, man. They don't know what's going on, man. And that's not who the Lord is, man. The Lord is an austere man. And when you look up the word austere, it means mean. All right? Well, he's a hard man, like the parable said. All of our prophets were austere men. All right? Look at Samuel. In the account of Samuel, it says, when Samuel went to the elders of the people, they asked Samuel, trembling they asked him, they were shaking, trembling with fear, and they asked Samuel, do you come in peace? Because Samuel was an austere man. The prophets aren't nice guys, man. They're not men that you sit down and play Scrabble with all the time. Or men you want to play hopscotch with. Or men that come down and play double dutch with you, man. Or tickle you and then want to play NBA 2K18 with you, man. The prophets don't do that. Yahweh Shai, he's not coming back to hand out candy canes, man. He's not coming back to play leapfrog with you. He's not coming back to play Hungry Hungry Hippo and play Monopoly. Oh, I got bored walking Park Place. He's not coming to do that, man. He's not coming to take you shopping. He's not here for that, man. He's coming back to execute vengeance. It said when the Lord comes back in Isaiah 66, the slain of the Lord shall be many. He's coming back as a mass murderer, man. As a serial killer. As an arsonist. Because he's going to be burning stuff on fire. He's going to be a serial arsonist, a mass murderer. He's going to commit war crimes. You understand? He's going to cause all types of destruction. Biological warfare from the heavens. All right? He's chopping off heads. It's going to be a bloodbath, man. His garment is going to be stained in blood. So when they see that sky crack open, and these nations know that. Let me get to the scripture, man. This 1 Samuel 16 and 14. I talked about Samuel, but let me not talk about it. Let me be about it. All right? 1 Samuel 16 and 14. 16 and 4. It says, now this is Samuel coming to the town. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peaceably? So they trembled at his coming, and they asked him, do you come in peace? Why would they ask him that? Because Samuel came with power, man. He's a mean dude. All right? Whatever Samuel said came to pass, it came to pass. And Samuel was a feared man, like all the prophets were feared men. All right? And from there, let me go to some precepts to show you about Yahweh Shai. How he was known as a mean man, an austere man. All right. And Revelation 11 chapter tells you that the image, or Yahushua, his body was crucified in this great city. And let me break that down and show you what that's talking about. Revelation chapter 11, and I'll go straight to the point. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So our people in a dead state, they're into these churches, into Catholicism. You got Jake, who goes to the masjid every other day and pray. He's spiritually dead, man. You got Jake that goes out his way to buy a plane ticket to go to Houston to watch Joel Osteen in person and get his autograph. He's dead. He's done. Jake on these corners shooting each other, talking about what's the mathematics today. They're dead. In this great city, this top kingdom of the earth, the mystery Babylon the Great, America, the United States. This place is spiritually called Sodom for its rapid homosexuality and freakology, and Egypt, because it represents bondage for the nation of Israel. It says where also our Lord was crucified. Yahushua was crucified through his image, man, through what he represented. He represents righteousness, but now they use him to advocate white supremacy and to advocate the uprising of the enemy. They use the model image of Caesar Borgias to advocate homosexuality, to enforce transgenderism, you understand? To enforce witchcraft, man. So he's crucified through his name. They took away his actual name and what he represented as a man. All right, so is that a crime to pay? Do they have to pay for that? Yes, they have to pay for that, man. And that's what's going to happen. Now, let me show you some precepts about Yahushua, man. And I'm going to show you some stuff that these Christians don't talk about, man. I'm going to go to the book of John. I'm going to show you some things about Yahushua. And you read this, the Christians, they were like, well, my Lord wouldn't do this. First of all, you don't know the Lord, man. Like I said, you do err not knowing the scriptures or the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. John 2 and 1. All right, we're going to show you some stuff about the Lord. And the third day there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Yahushua was there. And both Yahushua was called and his disciples to the marriage. So they wanted, they wanted Yahushua to come, man. He was a cool guy, man. And his mother, they invited him to a marriage. You don't just invite anybody to a marriage. You keep a tight-knit circle, man. So Yahushua, he made the cut, man, because that's the Lord. It says, and when they wanted wine, the mother of Yahushua saith unto him, they have no wine. Yahushua saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. His mother saith unto the servants, whatsoever he saith unto you, do it. So he told his mother, woman, what you got to do with me, man? Back up, man. You understand? Why you trying to why you trying to force my hand right now? Because she knew him when he was young. In the book of John, it tells you that there were things that Yahushua did that's not even recorded in here, man. And if it was recorded, the earth can't contain it. In the latter chapters of John, it tell you that. So you don't think the mother of Yahushua knew the acts and miracles that he did when he was young? You understand? And the different miracles and things that he performed? He knew he could do miraculous things, man. So she said, if they don't have no wine, I need you to make some wine, man. And that's his mother, man. Don't the scripture say honor your mother and your father? Don't it say and treat them well? Don't it say respect them? You understand? And reverence your honor your mother? Didn't she give nurse to you? Nobody, Jake's not known for, that's some Edomite stuff. Edomite, they'll talk back to their mother, shut up, mom, and they'll slam the door on their mom and all of that. Jake don't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a whooping, man. You're gonna get your ass beat if you do that to your mother. Because Jake parents don't play that. Mary, she's a Jake, man. That's an Eve, man. She's still an Eve at heart. And Yahushua said, woman, what have you to do with me? It's like your mother tell you to take out the trash. What? You tripping. What you telling me to do that for? That's what's going on, man. Yahushua, he's not a nice guy even to his own mother. Alright? Because she knew that he could do those miracles, but he ended up doing it anyway, man. Why? That the works of the Most High could be made manifest. But I'm just showing you that Yahushua's nature is not how they portray him. You can't picture that white Jesus doing that. White Jesus would be like, yes, my Lord. Yes, mommy. Yes, mammy. Yes, ma. Alright? Or he'll probably get an attitude and go cut himself or do something like that. That's what white Jesus would do. But Yahushua, he keep it real with you, man. Now from there, I had a let's go to John the 2nd chapter, and I'll start at the 13th verse. All right, John 2 and 13. And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem, and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves, and the changers of money sitting. So why did you have changers of money? Because you had Israelites that came from different nations, from Arabia, you understand, from Pontus, from Bithynia, from different parts of Greece, you understand, from Elam, all right, from provinces in Egypt and Libya. You had a man on the Passover of Yahushua who carried his cross. He was a Cyrenian. When you look up where Cyrene was, it was a place in northern Africa. So the man that buried Yahushua's cross, he was an Israelite dwelling in the northern part of Africa. And you had money exchangers there to exchange the money so they can go buy things up in the city, man. Because there's a law in Deuteronomy, the 14th chapter, that you're supposed to come to Jerusalem 3 times a year. Or 3 times a year for Passover, for the Pentecost, and for the Feast of Tabernacles. And if you didn't have enough, if you didn't bring your if it was too far for you to carry your wealth and carry your goods and all of your commerce and the things that pertain to you, you can turn it into money. All right, but that money that you used more than likely was not going to be used in Jerusalem. So you have to get money to be exchanged to get coins and different the currency that they use in Jerusalem to buy things. So that's why you have money exchangers for the people that don't know. All right, it says, and Yahushua saw them. He says, and when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep, and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables, and said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house in the house of merchandise. All right, and his disciples remembered that it is written, the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up. All right, and that's written in Psalms the 69th chapter in the 9th verse about the zeal of Yahweh eating him up. So when Yahushua saw, because what they were doing in the temple was they knew that they were going to sin. You understand? I'm going to go do this sin, and I'm going to do this sin, then I'm going to do this sin tomorrow. But before I do this sin, let me hurry up and get my turtle dove out the way so I know I'm going to sin anyway. You understand? Let me hurry up and get my bullock out the way so I can go commit my sin. So they was in there making it a den of merchandise, man. The temple of the Lord. And we represent the temple. And that's part of Yahushua. So Yahushua was mad, man. It's like somebody punching you in the stomach all damn day, man. And manipulating your body and giving you toxins and poisoning you, man. That temple is Yahushua. Although Herod built that temple, the temple of Israel, or the body of the temple, is Yahushua himself, the chief cornerstone. All right? So of course he was mad, man. And what did he do? Did he go up there and say, hey guys, can you please not go in here and buy things? And hey guys, please, don't make my father's house a den of thieves. Guys, please. Did he call the police? Good as damn. Did he call the damn fire department? Did he go tell somebody to help him get these people out the temple? He could have called James and John. They like to call fire down from heaven. They would have been ready, man, the sons of thunder. He could have called Peter. Peter's damn near ready to die for the Lord. They could have easily went to work and did what they had to do in the temple. But Yahushua, man, his zeal eat him up, man. Like when you read about Phineas in Numbers, I believe the 25th chapter, he took a javelin and stabbed that damn Issacharite, I believe he was an Issacharite, and his Midianitish woman in the damn guts, man, and killed him. Because the zeal of the Levite ate him up and said, this damn nigga, man, who brought this heathenish woman in front of us while we in here mourning before the Lord, you're going to bring her in front of you, and she's the cause of why we're mourning. I'm going to go kill her. He said that he got up and followed them, man. He stalked them and killed them. When you read about in the book of Maccabees, the fathers of Judas and Jonathan and Simon, Matthias, the priest of Modin, in the land of Judea, he killed the dude for offering a sacrifice, man. Right while the king sent an ambassador to get the Jews to sell out, and Matthias gave a great and bold speech and said, no, we're not selling out to you devils. Here come this coon and say, yeah, I'm going to go sell out, and went to go offer in front of everybody, and Matthias went and killed the dude. All right, you can read about Nehemiah, man. Nehemiah going to the body and plucking out hair and contended with them and cursed them and smote them and made them swear that they should not give their sons unto their daughters or unto their women and take their daughters into our sons. All right, so our forefathers, we have a zeal to do things, man. Elijah was calling fire down from heaven. He said, if I be a man of God, let fire come down and consume thee and thy 50. So the prophets and the apostles, they're not, we don't walk around here like them, an effeminate men. Or we're austere men, mean men. Alright? So Yahushua, he made a scourge of 9 tails. Now, when you look up a scourge, it's like a stick, but it has 9 whips that come out of it. And the Romans, when they made these whips, they would tie razor blades to it. So when they whip you, it will dig into your flesh and it'll rip out your flesh. So Yahushua made a whip, man, and he drove out and he was literally beating people's ass, man. I mean, literally. It's not a parable. That's not a dark saying. He literally did that. And not just the people. It said what? It said, and he found the temple, those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and changes of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, so he made that. He said, I'm gonna mess these jakes up, man, these wicked Israelites. He's sitting there, because when you make stuff, if you ever did arts and crafts, you actually meditate on it. You want it to be perfect. You understand? You want it to be nice. You want it to be firm. So he's actually sitting there making it, and I can picture him thinking about it too, man. You don't just sit there and make stuff and zone out. You into it, man. You know what you about to do. So the Christians don't talk about why the Lord did this. Alright, it says, and when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep, he drove the sheep out too, man, and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money and overthrew the tables. He was flipping tables, man, poured out the money. That's a, people got to clean that up. You have to come and flip the table. You think Yahushua turned the table back up right? It don't say that, man. Somebody have to come in and fix that mess, man. That's a mess. That's a big mess going on. It's the Passover. It's a big scene. Everybody looking at what's going on. And come on now. And the disciples probably looking like, damn. So that's a scene right there, man. Let's get another precept. Let's go to the book of Luke chapter 13 and 32. All right. Luke chapter 13 and 32. It says, I'll start at 31. The same day there came certain of the Pharisees saying unto him, get thee out and depart hence, for Herod will kill thee. So some of the Pharisees, they said, man, you better get out of there. Don't you know Herod about to put you to death? Then he killed John the Baptist. You know that you next. You walk around here thinking you got all this power. You better get out of here. Herod gonna put you to death, man. Let's see what the Lord said. And he said unto them, go ye and tell that fox, behold, I cast out devils and do cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected. He said, go tell that fox, man, I'm going to go do what I want to do, man. You understand? I'm going to do cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I'm going to be perfected. Meaning, today and tomorrow, then he's going to be resurrected. All right? That third day represents the resurrection. Him coming back in his perfected state. All right? Now, the Lord just said, go tell that fox. Why would a fox, in modern terms, is like calling somebody out of their name, calling them the B word, the P word, any other derogatory or so-called profane, so-called curse word. That's what Yahushua called him, a damn fox, man. The fox is like a demon. All right, go tell that nigga I said this, that, and the third, man. Now, why did Yahushua do this? How come Yahushua didn't say, okay, I'll leave. Herod's gonna kill me. Let me call the police and get out of here. He don't work like that. He don't do that, man. That's the Lord. If Yahweh is a man of war, how much more his son Yahushua? All right, from there, let's go to the Oslaki. I got let me get Luke 19 and 14. Luke chapter 19 and 14. So I'm showing you about Yahushua, man. And when he come back, he's coming the same way. He don't change. Now, maybe in the kingdom, I always talk about it with my brother, and is Yahushua going to be austere in the kingdom or not? Well, that remains to be seen. I know in the wilderness, he's going to be austere, man. He's going to rule us with a rod of iron and with fury pour it out, like it's in Ezekiel, the 20th chapter. That's going to be in the wilderness too. Have us pass under the rod, but in the kingdom, you know, I don't know. That remains to be seen if we get there. Luke chapter 19 and 14. I'm going to just jump to the 27th verse after this. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man reign over us. So there are certain people that don't want the Lord to reign over them, man. That's going to take place in the wilderness. That's taking place right now. When we tell people this truth and they don't want to accept this truth, they're essentially saying, I do not want Yahushua to reign over me. I want to continue to eat pork. I want to continue to be a murderer. I want to continue to worship my rock God, Allah. I want to continue to go to Catholic Mass on Saturday. I want to continue to be a damn nigga, sit up and play 2K and smoke blunts all day, man. I don't want the Lord to reign over me. I want Esau to reign over me. I love his system. I want to worship the beast, accept his mark, and worship his image, man. I want to die for my country. That's what people say. And by their country, they mean America. So what's going to happen to these people? Let's jump to 27. But this is what Yahweh said, but those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. So that's what's going to happen, man. You're going to say, bring them up here and chop them down and slay them before me. They're going to be put to death, man. How come Yahweh didn't forgive these men? How come he didn't work it out with them and, debate their cause with their neighbor himself and forgive your brother? Yahweh didn't turn the other cheek. Yahweh said, put them to death, man. His citizens, his own people. These not even Edomites. These not Moabites. These not the Romans. These are Jakes, Judites, Benjamin, Levi, Issachar, Gad, Naphtali, Reuben, so forth and so on. They hate him, man. Yahweh said, put them to death, man. Let's jump to Luke 22 and 36. So the Lord is not a nice guy. Luke chapter 20. Ask the Christian pastor why the Lord is doing these things, man. Why is he cussing people out and beating people with scourges and calling people out their name? And Matthew the 23rd chapter, that's a whole chapter of him cursing the Pharisees out. You serpents, you vipers, you hypocrites. He was out there ignoring people, man. Yahweh was doing what he had to do. It tells you in Isaiah 53 that he was a man of sorrows, a man acquainted with grief. He didn't come down here to play damn Scrabble with you, man. And do a damn word search with you. Luke 22 and 36. Then said he unto them, but now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. So Yahweh said, go get that, man. Go buy that sword, man. All right. I'll get one more. Mark chapter 9 and 31. So Yahweh said, go buy a sword. Why would the Lord tell you buy a sword? I don't know, man. Mark chapter 9 and 30. It says, and they departed thence and passed through Galilee. And he would not that any man should know it, because he was moving in secret. For he taught his disciples and said unto them, the Son of Man is delivered into the hands of men, and they shall kill him. And after that he is killed, he shall rise the third day. That's what I read in the book of Luke earlier when he said, I shall rise again on the third day. It says, so he told his disciples that, right? And listen to what his disciples said. But they understood not that saying and were afraid to ask him. They was afraid to ask that man. Because they was walking on eggshells, man. They didn't want to, he would have spazzed out on them, man. Didn't he always say, are you not with understanding? But you still don't understand? Are y'all simple? Are you a little faith? It's like, man, I don't want to hear that, man. I'm good. You ask him. No, like Peter, when John was laying on the bosom of Yahweh's chest, and Peter wanted to ask him a question, but Peter didn't want to ask. He said he told John to ask Yahweh, man. All right, and that's Peter, because John was the favorite. John's name in the actual Hebrew is Yahweh, which means Yahweh's gift. So that was a gift for John to be on the earth for the nation of Israel and for the earth itself. His name literally means Yahweh's gift or Yahweh's grace. All right, and that was Yahweh's best friend, the beloved. All right, so those are a few examples of Yahweh, the nature of Yahweh that people actually don't go into, man. They're too busy talking about how he loves you, which he does, the nation of Israel, those that serve him in sincerity and truth and repent and keep the commandments. You don't love these false Christians and these wicked pastors in these other nations, man. He loves the nation of Israel, and he's a mean dude, man. He's coming to destroy this place, Babylon the Great, and redeem the nation of Israel, man. So this brother NaQAM coming back at you with these precepts and another cold cut, giving, of course, our honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Bid you shalom, man.